Okay. Alright. Welcome everyone. I'm giving it a chance to start up. Hello everybody, and welcome. Well, I've decided tonight, because there's a lot into this game, before we get started fully, and I'm going to let everyone have a chance to join up before we really get in. But tonight's going to be more of a first look at this game, kind of in its own right, which is why I called the episode what it is. It's going to evolve into something else as we learn more about how to set up this world. Plus, since the DLCs are super cheap, I need to, before next month, kind of see if this game's going to be worth just the small $10 that the DLCs kind of are. So, the $220 for the bigger ones, but the one I need ain't that. It's the more cheaper one. So, we're going to see if this start is really what we want, or if we want a start that kind of has to do with something is a lot more actual pirate oriented from the very beginning. We're going to do creative most likely today, just to kind of mess around with things. I don't expect to survive. I expect this first one to kind of end pretty rough. Because this game's much like Bannerlord, if you've ever played Mountain Blade Bannerlord, or the first one. Warband is what I think the first one is called. These sandboxy type RPG strategy games, or tactical strategy games, tend to kind of on purposely be the way they're set up is, hey, I mean, we're gonna use creative to kind of put ourselves, at least in this first instance, in a little bit of an advantage. I'm not gonna know how to control any of it, and it's probably all gonna go south pretty quick. But it's more of to kind of showcase what the game's kind of capable of and what we kind of want to try to work towards. Because if I can figure out more of this, and I think I know what I want our start to be, and then we can start from scratch and work up to what we're going to do today. So, we're not going to be adding any strange, like, overhaul mods right now. There is a Star Wars one for this, and some other, I think there is another one, but I'll have to look. But this game is mostly got vanilla stuff when it comes to mods, like ship add-ons, like just adding different types of ships and stuff like that. There's also a mod that lets you be able to start as a certain kind of robotic certain species that we're going to run into in this game. But that's for a different playthrough altogether if we decide to do that. What I want to focus on is our pirate queen herself, Janera. But we're gonna create her in spirit in this creative one today in first look, and then fully create her in the next one, like the next episode. Like, we'll actually start up by the time we do the next episode, depending on what the choices we go with today. If we even survive that long, where we want to go from here with it. Either way, it will be our main playthrough. Will be our main goal. However we decide to start this eventually, is going to be to raid and also capture and eventually take over Earth through raiding purposes, and just destroy their space economy. And we're going to be doing this by going after a certain port from another faction that will start as our main target probably in the early games. We'll have to see how it plays. Once again, I haven't played any of this yet. I've done only tutorials on certain things. Still haven't fully learned everything in this game. It's still good. It's still rough around the edges. My control scheme is still also very loose. Like, it works, and I've gotten everything working. But there are certain, like, efficiency issues I am having that I'm trying to learn what is the best way to change this and work it around it. Otherwise, It's doing pretty good. This game's got a lot of buttons, so you have to, it's a lot to compensate for, but I've done a pretty good job, I think, so far. Using, like, what it already uses, which is, like, shift plus another button. I started to kind of go the farming sim route, and have certain buttons have to be 2 buttons. So, which makes it easier on my controls, so. But yes, welcome to X4, by the way. This is another game thanks to my boy James and him helping out with the channel. Shout out to his channel, Mad Lad James. And show his channel some love as well. But yeah, he helped get Motortown and this X4, which is something I was gonna pick up anyways. So he kind of helped me out there, so we can kind of focus on Homeworld next month, since it's our one game I'm going to be getting next month. I always like to get at least one, but that's all we're going to be able to do. We are going to get some really, and I do mean really cheap DLCs for certain games, but that's all we're going to be doing besides Homeworld Edition, the Homeworld 3 being in addition to the channel. We're going to be doing a little bit of a sci-fi theme next month, so kind of focusing on that. It'll be that mixed with most likely some medieval fantasy themes, just because we had to start over our Bannerlord series. So we'll be mixing the X4 and Homeworld and a couple other things with our Bannerlord series that we're covering right now. Our good old, and now I've fully decided to go to create the new faction under the Bretonian Vampire Knights. We will be the Crimson Knights. The Crimson Knight himself will rise up. But that'll be in our Bannerlord playthrough. That's most likely going to be this week, either Monday or Tuesday. Probably shooting for Tuesday, because I think I'm going to take Monday off. I don't know. This next week's going to be a little weird, because my physical therapy schedule actually doesn't start till Wednesday this coming week, so I may take Monday to just chill and focus on anything else that needs to be done. So, we might not have a stream Monday, but if not, we will start back, unless something else happens, Tuesday for our Bannerlord series. Tomorrow, because I think that's James's day off tomorrow we'll be continuing, most likely, some Motortown behind the wheel. Unless James wants to do X4 as well. I did find out it does actually have online, like, features. The way it kind of works, so you see this right here. I have to create an account, but I'm not going to do that tonight, of course, and not on stream, of course. But I'm going to go create an EgoSoft account. It does require to do all that and check for downloads and all that, and da-da-da-da-da. You need to enable Venture Extension in order to be able to access some exclusive Venture inventory objects. I don't know what that means. I'll have to look that up. We'll see what it is when I register. If it's something that has to be paid for, we're not doing that. That's just not going to be a thing. But I think we hopefully shouldn't need that for me and James to be able to join up. Because I did find out this game can be multiplayer. It's more of a co-op, I think. I don't think that James can join and create his own empire, per se. I think he just joins with me and becomes a part of my faction, or I join in and become a part of his faction. I think is how it works. I haven't really got a chance to test that out, and me and James will figure that out later on. So right now we're gonna be doing single player. But
tired of waiting for shuttles? Want to fly wherever you
want?
Whenever you want? Then what you need is a pilot's license. And what's the best place to get one? That's right, Chase Winger's Flight School.
Chase Winger's Flight School.
Practice, and I'm licensed for weapons training. With my tried and tested training,
I do also love
pilot in no time,
that this game, even in the tutorial, kind of has a weird synopsis of what's going on, and it's its own story. Because this is technically just a tutorial, and all of these are like that. But the actual, like, game starts are these right here. These are all DLCs. I don't have these right now. The ones we can do if we were doing a predestined start right now are Young Gun, which is basically you start as a Federation fighter. Dedicated Warrior, You start as a Paranid Civil War fighter. And then Untested Explorer, where you're just a scout. You start with the tutorial ship in this one, and you basically are just a scout.
A disaster of cataclysmic proportion that changed everything, redefining our very way of life. Despite all of the odds,
but what we're going to be doing is this, which creates a modified save to allow me to basically modify the universe how we want. We're going to see how advanced this is. If it's too much right now for the stream, we're going to cut it back to budgeted and just give ourselves a big budget to play with and kind of mess around in the mechanics. But also, something else is cool in this game. I did not know this, and I'm going to have to do this off camera unless y'all want to see this. Or if you want to help design the space station. This apparently is its own mode where you can make a space station in this game, like basically add all the modules and stuff you want and create your own space stations, and you can use them in your playthroughs of these others. Like if you get big enough to build, like actually create space stations and have them like basically constructed, or what's the word, commissioned to be constructed, you actually can choose ones you've made in this mode. This game's amazing. I'm learning this game is a lot bigger than even I thought it was going to be, and I'm quite excited because it's taken what Bannerlord is, fantasy, turned it sci-fi, and then, you know, cranked up the dial by like 9,000. But we're going to do creative. I want to see what this does. Okay. So, yeah, alright, player. Oh, okay, okay. So let's rename. Remember, this is just a test before versus our real actual character we'll be making. We can call her Gennaro right now. And Gennaro, it would be Gennaro Valentine, but so there's what, Taladi. Huh. Weird gray lizard person. Paranid. I don't have all the DLCs, so I don't have the other species. So, this is all we got in the beginning. That's the Paranid guy you started as there. So this is a Zeech alien, clearly. Looking at my eyes. We're not going to do that, though. Let's look at the Argon females, yeah. Oops, that's 1, 2, 3. That's okay. It would be 1, but I don't think, here's the thing, I don't think we're gonna be able to fully customize it, so we're gonna have to pretend some of these characters look a little different, because I don't think it lets you like go into a full like character customization and let you like change like the hair color and stuff. Maybe there's a mod for that, but we're just gonna assume, we're just gonna pretend that's red, not blonde. We can also, what? How many repair lasers we have? What? I don't understand some of these yet. Like I said, this is gonna be. Yep. This is what I mean. This is gonna be a test playthrough because most of this, I don't know what to have. Especially starting an actual fleet from the beginning. You have to select all the stuff you might need for that fleet. Now I have no idea what that is yet. So, these are trade. So at least it gives me a general section of what everything is. So this is general wares. Caviar, decryption system, SATA, I don't know what the SATA is. A Kion Crystallite, Kion Crystal Shard, Kion Crystal, first aid kit. I mean, obviously we want that, right? We want to start with a first aid kit. We'll start with some fine meals. I'm kind of just guessing these are the kind of things we would need in general wares in the beginning. We're going to give ourselves better thrusters in the beginning. personal blaster. Hand laser. Crafting wares, I have no idea what to need here, so we'll just leave that. Alright, we'll hit OK. Adds all those things, alright. We're gonna start with a buttload of money. We're just gonna crank it to the max, so it's 10 million credits. Just to kind of play around with it. Right now, like I said, we're just kind of messing around. Blueprints. Woo, yep. That's modules. Oh boy. Okay, those are the ship modules. So we're gonna pick one of each. I have no idea about weapons either. This is gonna be so great. Alright, small ship. What sounds like something she might have in her squad? Kestrel, Magpie, Nomad, Nova, Nodon, Pegasus, Perseus, Theseus, Theseus, Discoverer, Callisto, the Ares. Too bad you can't see what these are. Start with an Ares. Blueprint, don't know what that is. For this, oh man, we could just make her all Greek. Cerberus Sentinel. These are mediums. Gorgon, oh man. Minotaur, ooh, Nemesis. I don't know what any of these are good or bad. I'm just gonna go with just a couple of randoms. Let's go Cerberus level. Cerberus. These are the blueprints to be able to build ships. I don't think we'll make it this far, but large ships, let's do, at least not in this playthrough. Helios, Behemoth. Kind of makes sense. Magnetar. I feel like the coolest sounding one for this is the Behemoth, so let's go Behemoth Sentinel, Behemoth Vanguard. I also don't, since it doesn't say classes, I don't know what large ship classes these all are. Are they the same? Are they carrier type, cruiser type? Does it matter in these variants if they're more carrier versus something else? I don't know. Extra large ship. Atlas, Colossus, Condor, Hercules, or Heracles actually in this case. Mammoth, Nomad, Stork, Zeus. It'd probably be a Heracles, but either that or Condor. No, Colossus. Atlas don't sound right. Albatross sounds handy. Mammoth kind of makes sense. Could go Nomad. You know what? We haven't seen what the. Let's see what the Nomads have on that aspect. Let's go that. I don't know what the base build modules are. These are probably for building my own base, but dock modules. These are for building space stations. Unless these are for putting on ships too. These could also be put on ships. So let's go that. We're gonna overload our game. This is just me kind of playing with the system. We're just gonna get all of these. Want all the Argon ones. Defense modules, yeah, I don't know what those are, so I'm gonna grab these. These are probably not important for us. Want all the Argon habitation modules. We're gonna start with none of this on the full playthrough, but see, I don't need that because that's definitely for the docks. See, I don't know if some of the ships can do this on board the ship or not. I would imagine they can, but I think we're gonna leave that alone. I think that's enough for now. You know what? I want Ares and I want a Buzzard Sentinel and a Buzzard Vanguard as well for small ships. Weapons? Oh boy. Behemoth. Actually, do I want her to be lasers or guns? Actually. Freaking bolt repeaters. Mass driver, okay. Don't have an Odysseus. Bolt repeaters. Blast mortar. Shard battery. I don't know what that is. A Muon charger does not tell me what that is. Turrets. There's so much. We're just gonna leave it for now. That's good enough. Countermeasures flares. Yeah, this is all that. Wow. I don't know what that's for. Oh. Oh. That is not red, sir. That is a brown. That's red, Cardinal. That kind of looks good. So, sir, does that look red to you? So yeah, red, clearly. I mean, it's got red in it, but that is not pure red. I feel like Cardinal's based on that one. Or is it universal? Is that why? No. Automatic. I don't know what that means. I go Cardinal. Oh, preferred build method. Ah. Default ship skin. Okay. Okay, remembers all that. Okay. Kind of sad we can't actually customize how she looks though. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, never mind. It's something else. Starting ship. Whoa, okay, how do I change it? Heavy fighter, can I go Can I not have a bigger ship for me? Fighter, fighter, scout, fighter, courier, fighter, heavy fighter. Oh, there we go. Well, might as well go for the large. So what were we in? We were going with the Heracles, right? Well, at least now we get to kind of see it. Heracles Sentinel. Woohoo! How do I? Currently edited ship is missing mandatory upgrades marked in red. Choose an extra large engine. Okay. Oh, how do I rotate? Oh, wow. Wow. I do like this look. This is actually will tell me what ships we eventually want. So let's look and see what the other one looks like then. Hold on. What was the other one we went with for extra large? I don't remember. I'd have to go back. Hold on, let's go back. There. What was the... Behemoth? Is that it? Hey, where'd the other one go? Ares is one. That's the fighter. Cerberus, Behemoth, Buzzard, Nomad. Alright, we're just gonna look through them and see which one I like then. Alright. Back to extra large. Let's go. So some of these are carriers. So I wonder what auxiliary means. So Atlas, let's go to Atlas. Wow. How do I know what its weapons are? It's missing thrusters and stuff. I feel like this is not. Select loadout, minimum preset, high preset. See, this is stuff I don't know. Let's change to the Colossal Vanguard carrier. Ooh, okay. I see. Oh, wow. I see. Does it have any equipped? How do I can't zoom in. So if I wanted to put that I don't understand. How do I switch it to the other one? Oh. Weird. So how would I add another one? Very strange. One. So what about drag? No? Drag. It's definitely two medium turns, and why can't I mix and match? I don't know what par ARG means. I think that means me. In my type, so that. How do I select? I want to select two. I want two different types. Maybe I gotta do that and that? Let's just make it both that. Oh, here we go. Okay, right click. Oh, that's strange. So if I wanted to make one a bolt. Right? That's a bolt. This one should be a flak. It's still changing both. Interesting. If I change it down to one. So you need to be a flak. And you need to be a bolt. Did it do it? Nope. That's strange. I don't understand how that works. That's strange. There's like no way to... You want that, right? These are the components that are missing, too. Choose an extra large engine, travel engine, all around engine. Clusters. All around MK3. So strange that that's how that works. I'm just gonna do this then. So the way we're gonna make this work then, so that's... These are Argonians or Bolt. What's it called? Oh, that's why it's two. That means the flak does more damage. It does. That's weird. So what has more range? Where's the range at? Radar range 40. Same? So their range is the same. Nothing changes on the recipes. Simple damage. So why would I not want to go flak then? That's strange. What about bolt parasite? Same thing? That's the same. Interesting. We'll go bolt there. Alright, well, let's see what the others look like. I get it now, so. This, like I said, this is more of a first look, so let's see. That was the Colossus, right? What is the Sentinel? Is it any different? Doesn't seem to be much different. So let's look at this. So 259,450 deployables. So the HP is higher. I'm looking to see what changes. Container storage is higher. So Sentinels must be just upgrades. The crew is bigger on this one, on the Vanguard. Help is bigger on the Sentinel. Interesting, that's weird. There's just some weird small changes that I feel like don't make too much of a difference, but let's see what the Condor looks like. Oh wow, okay. Interesting. I mean, that does look very piratey. Is this a gun? If that's a gun, then that's already a win. Says the Condor, Sentinel, Condor, Vanguard, same thing. Just, I don't understand the difference. Let's look at the Zeus. Whoa, oh, it was naked. I was like, what the heck? The Zeus looks weird. Alright. I don't really like Zeus's. Okay. Let's look and see what an auxiliary is. So Atlas, yeah, these are all carriers. So let's see what an auxiliary does. So Atlas looks kind of like Zeus does auxiliary-wise. What about Nomad? Okay, see, these are the kind of, this is the kind of look I want to go for her faction, so we're probably gonna go Nomad. Plus whatever the weird Cerberus ones are. We gotta check, see what those look like. This actually, what is this? Let me see what kind of guns this thing gets. How do I zoom out? There we go. So it gets a gun right here. Still medium, huh? Alright, so we want bolt. That's right, only there too. Okay, see, this one could be different ones. Oh no, again, I just don't have it there. That's all that side. So once again, bolt. And then we want Shield MK2, our Argonian. I'm just kind of looking to see how we build this. Okay, so I see. And this covers. Make sure we have them all set to 2. Yeah, okay. I see how this works. So that's the Nomad. Nomad. So let's look at the Stork next. So the Stork is another version of that ball-looking thing. But this is the auxiliary, not the carrier. So this must be the same faction as whatever the one up here was. So Albatross. Now we're on a builder, and I don't know what builders are. Do they have lots of guns? Yeah, decently. I like that. I think the Nomad looking ones, so this Albatross must be clearly a Nomad type. Kind of look the coolest for what we're going for. So, that's the Albatross, okay. Vanguard looks the same, yeah, just different stats. So now we want to look, so what was Heracles? Yeah, Heracles is too fancy. Let's look at the Mammoth. Okay. That is kind of hilarious too, I do like that too. That's very orcish though. Very just simple shape, just go. Interesting. And that's the highest. So I think big boy ship wise, it's definitely the Albatross. Which the auxiliary for that was what? The Nomad, right? I think so. Nomad, because Atlas was, yeah, that. Zeus is, that's a carrier. Stork? Was it Stork? We could mix and match. Which we might, because I like this, the more primitive. They look like that they've turned stations into ships kind of thing. Like I said, it's just the first look. Yo, welcome, YouTube didn't notify me. Hi, Ardnot. Add the biggest guns. Some of these don't have large placements. I don't know why I can't get large turrets on these things. I haven't figured out much about this game yet. I haven't figured out how you get large turrets. Maybe these are all carrier types. Let's go to size large real quick. Yeah, okay, so these are destroyers. So maybe the large guns are on the destroyers in this game. So let's look at the Behemoth. He does have something. What is this? What is that? Main battery. Okay, okay. So, yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So the destroyers are like forward shooters? Looks like. Can they get larges? See, they only get mediums. What gets the large turrets? Yeah, see, there's a large turret somewhere. Where is that? Up here, it looks like. Only one. So let's put, this one should be the... Oh, wow, there is no... Really? There's no ballistic large turret? That's kind of sad. We can launch missiles. Plasma, tracking, beam, dumbfire. Could just make it fire rockets, I guess. Argonian dumbfire, let's look at that. Yeah, that is a pretty big turret. Beam would be that. But it'd be rockets for her, so it'd be dumbfire MK1. And here would be the same bolter flak. Do flak for that close to the turret. Over here would be bolt. Yeah, so that kind of ordeal. Okay. I'm starting to see how this works now. Are there other types in here besides destroyers? There's miners, freighters, And that's it. So cruiser must be medium. Frigate, corvette, gunboat, liner, transporter. So there's not really truly cruisers. Technically the extra large is a cruiser, but it doesn't get enough guns, I don't feel like. So let's look at Cerberus. Frigate. That's cool looking. That has a lot of docks or whatever that is meant to be. So the gunboat then would be Minotaurs. Interesting. So all of the corvettes and gunboats are in here. So let's look at the Minotaur. Oh, now that's guns. See, that's a gunboat. Oh, what? So okay. So the gunboats are the ones that actually in this game, because it's going by more like battleship logic, like naval logic from Earth. So this is where most of our big guns would be, like bolt repeaters and torpedo launchers. I feel like since this is the only torpedo launcher I've seen, I'd go like this. Hey, there we go, boom. And go, boom. Because she's going to be all about ballistic and guns. And these are mediums, so we make them bolts. What's a bolt look like? Is it just literally shooting bolts? It looks like a mini, like basically a bolt minigun. So let me look at this one and see what the difference between that and flak is. Where'd it go? There we go. See, I almost think I'd rather have that. And see, that looks more DACA. That looks more DACA. That's the thing. And the range is no different. That's what bothers me on these. There's really no reason it feels like, unless there's some other stats in this game I don't understand, which I don't. So, what's the point of having bolt guns when you can just have flak that does more damage? So if I made both of these flak, so flak is 46. This is 36. So both of these are, if I made both of these flak, that's 20 more damage. Oh, guns, that's more like it. Cruisers are DLC. I think it's with Cradle of Humanity. Damn it. See, this is also why we're not doing our main playthrough yet. I am realizing some of the ship classes might be in DLCs. So we may have to pick up one of the DLCs that has cruisers before we truly do this. We actually may need 2 DLCs to truly do Genera justice. Because there is a Criminal Syndicate DLC that allows for more criminal pirate type factions. So, what I'm assuming, it is the thing. Where's the fire rate on this too? Is there a fire rate? There's no rate of fire. Well, maybe it's right there. Hold on. See, those don't change either. That's what makes me like, is there truly a difference? Doesn't say. The only thing I can justify is maybe the bolt gun fires really, really fast versus the flak. Like the flak is more like do 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 do, where the bolt's like do 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 do. I don't know. We're gonna go all bolt though because it looks crazier and I want her to be, her style is more like orcish style. So. So then, alright, well let's start with the biggest we can now that we've kind of seen how all this works. Let's go extra large. We can't get any, sadly, good guns, so let's see which one it was. It was the Nomad, right? I gotta see which one it was. No, it's Colossus, I think, for the carrier. Builder, it was Albatross, right? Also, what does builder mean? I don't know any of those classes. What does that mean, Farseer? Since you and Darius have played this a little bit. Does builder mean this builds things inside of it literally? Is that what that means? Let me go ahead and equip this real quick. This is the one I want to go with if it is. We're just going to start with this so we can get into some gameplay and watch me die if I die. That. Those are shields is what that is. We're gonna want a travel engine on this thing. With shield MK2s. Bolts. Actually, I'm gonna put some flak on here. So flak. Towards the middle of the ship, we're going flak. Like up here is flak. And it does show a different... Here's another thing. It does show what looks like a different style of bullet. That's why I think I want mostly bolts. Just because bolts will look cooler. But I want to mix and match, but I don't know how to do that either. It won't let me do one and then not the other. It's like, how do I want two different ones, Gabe. Do you also know how to do that, by the way, Farseer? How to put two different guns? Unless that's hopefully not also DLC. Like, how do I make one of these one and one of these the other? So I can kind of pick and choose. I tried right-clicking on them, like, down here, but it doesn't seem to do much good. So wait, this builds stations? Ah, good to know. So what is the largest gun vessel then? So it would be a large then, not an extra large if we're not going carrier. It'd be a destroyer, wouldn't it? Let's look for the destroyers to see if I can find one that looks more construction-y. Nope, that's too fancy. There's 3 of these. Ooh, that's terrible. Oh. Okay, I mean, that actually does look kind of cool. That's very orcish. So Phoenix, it's also called the Phoenix, which is kind of ironic for her. I don't understand the differences either between Vanguard and Sentinel. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I meant to do the same one. Phoenix Sentinel versus Phoenix Vanguard. Just has more units or something. I don't know. But what the hell does gas mean? Oh, that's a miner. These are freighters. We definitely don't want to arm a freighter. So it's got to be a destroyer. So it's going to be the Phoenix. Alright, my next question. What's the difference between a Sentinel and a Vanguard? Cradle of Humanity adds the Asgard battleship. That is the biggest gun in the game. Well, yeah, but it probably adds battleships in general is what I'm assuming. So I must be missing a battleship class from the DLC. But that's good to know. Because depending on how cheap it is, I may go ahead and pick it up and practice with them and try to figure out how it works. But it does seem like destroyers are best bet unless we want to go carrier. So, because I don't have access to battleship. Yeah, we won't necessarily don't want the biggest. We want the one that looks more orcish and kind of construction-y like this. Like it looks more primitive, basically. Like this thing's literally just a ball with some wings and some guns. It's to kind of play into the role-playing that we're eventually going to do for this character. That she basically made use of stuff she took and put it together to make a fleet strong enough to fight the ones that betrayed. But yeah, I think this is what we'll go with starting ship-wise. Just, yeah, how it feels real quick. So you think Asgard still is that too? So we might end up going Asgard when we get it. Let's outfit this one for now, just for a first look. So Phoenix main batteries, let's put whatever those are on. I'm gonna go through and outfit all of these. Oh yeah, do you know how to put on 2 different guns? By the way, Farseer. Also, what's the difference between Sentinel and Vanguard? Like, what's a Vanguard and then what's a Sentinel? I have more weapon slots. This has 2. As you can see, this can choose 2 medium lasers. And you can choose just 1. Which makes me wonder... This is what I'm trying to figure out. This tells me right here, I'm allowed to change these 2, but I don't know... How do I switch to the other slot? Because clicking it doesn't do anything. That switches both sides still. See that? That's still switching over here even though I clicked here. So how do I set 2 different turns? The slots up top? So, that doesn't really help explain that. What do you mean? I see these. Now I know it's these, clearly. And I knew that already, at least somewhat, but what do you mean by, like, would I edit this? Like, how would I tell this to separate these 2 turrets into 2 different guns? Each has a weapon group. Now, I'm aware of that. But that still doesn't mean you shouldn't be able to assign 2 different style guns to the same weapon group. Because you can do that even in a small ship. I learned that in the tutorial, at least with already having the equipment it already had on it. It had like several different loadouts with those weapon groups that you could put 2 different weapons on. So how do I do it in this screen? This is also something I think the tutorial needs. In this game. I know it's an old game and it'll never have this, but I feel like the one thing they missed out on this game is these kind of games need tutorials that are for the UI too. Like they need tutorials that walk you through, like maybe the building simulator for the station. Haven't done that. I have no idea how that's gonna work. Or building ships, because how would a player know this until they had to run into the brick wall hours and hours into their gameplay when they finally get to build their own ship and go, what the hell am I doing? And it doesn't tell them a thing. That is a big... And you can just look up YouTube, but you have to kind of also look at it from a perspective that's kind of lazy, because it's like, okay, you shouldn't force your player to have to go to a third-party source to figure out something in your game without them having to beat themselves over the head too many times. Because that is kind of something simple in it. I don't see a button. There also could just be a button that says, oh, switch gun and loadout, and like, oh, I want port 2 inside of section, like inside of group 2 I want slot 2. That kind of thing. You can't have different weapons in a group. Need different groups with different weapons. So I'd have to create a new group. So I guess my next question is, how would I edit these groups then? See, I don't know if that's totally true either, though, because the game doesn't really say that. It doesn't really tell you that that's that you're locked in, and the small ship isn't locked in that way either. It's definitely not true with the small ship. You can have 2 different guns on the same weapon group. So how do I do that? Like I said, there definitely needs to be a tutorial for this. We're just most likely going to give up on it for now and just go with all of this being the same weapons, because it does make it almost impossible to kind of curtail your ship properly to defend itself against different types of ships, especially if you're on your own for a while. Like, I would need flax and I would need flax and bolt guns to truly be effective against fighters. Because flax are going to be generally better against fighters because they're a shorter range and more like burst kind of shotguns. Not in that literal, but you know what I mean. So it's like, that's kind of strange. Because I can see this is group 3, but, Select a weapon, go to another group, and select another weapon. What? You talking about just putting, yeah, but you, wait, hold on. Are you talking about just like, oh, I put flak up here and then I put something else down here? That's not efficient. That means now up here, this is completely vulnerable to fighters. All they have to do is be north of me. That's kind of what I'm kind of getting at. You should be able to put 2 different types of styles weapons on one little aft section. Because that means this section will constantly be under attack by fighters and won't be able to fully answer that. Is kind of my example there, especially with the layout of this ship. This is very weird because it's a ball setup. Because that means the front of this ship is also going to be vulnerable if they're attacking. So let's say I had no anti-fighter up here on the front of this ball. They could just come in here and destroy my main batteries and everything without me being able to do anything about that. And we have to go under the assumption if I had this ship and I didn't have a fleet yet, too. Like I didn't have other ships to back me up. So that's I didn't know. It's like, yeah, I can go here and select this, but that's a completely different weapon group. Like that's down here now. Well, at least you get some larges on this thing. If the larges could be ballistic, I think this would also help me, like instead of just missiles. Because then I can put the big bolt guns as my larges and let the flak guns be the mediums. That's also a weird thing that the larges have no ballistic guns unless it's DLC based, which I get it, but that I hate when games do that too hard. Oh, all of the real shit is in the DLC. But that's just how it is. Yeah, because then it'd have to go, it's kind of annoying. It would be dumbfire here. Best to have a screen of support ships to cover your weakness. You gotta understand, not all players can do that, Farseer. This game, there's no way this game just made it where only one type of playstyle is the only playstyle in a game that's a role-playing sandbox. That's kind of my thing. It's like, there's no way that this ship can't be designed to somewhat defend itself if you were kind of playing that role you're being on your own. So let's say you were a slightly bigger ship, but you had to fight some fighters on your own. Well, that'd be death for this if you can't build it but one way. So, there's got to be a way to do it, I just don't know how to do it. And I guess neither do you and Darius, apparently. So, I'll have to look up a tutorial video. Once again, I shouldn't have to go to a third party for this inside of a game, but I'll have to look up a tutorial video on how weapon groups work and how you edit them and how you change them to mix and match weapons. So, Shield K2. We'll go with the fact we won't be able to fully fight them. I may just have to spam flak for now. Alright, yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Dumbfire, I do want my missiles. MK2 Argonin. Go through and get all these done. Okay, this is a destroyer, so I'm thinking I want an all-arounder. See how that feels? And shields, of course, we want MK2 Argonin. Let's just go through and set each of these. So, the sides of the ship. So what I'm thinking, I guess, since we have to do it in such a minuscule way right now, the flags are going to have to be back here where the engines are. So we can't get our engines, so our engines don't get taken out. You'd think it would just be do this. Like you could just click one and then click the other and that selects two. Because right clicking does nothing either. Maybe a shift? Let me see what happens if I hit shift and click. No, it's not shift and click either. It does seem strange. There's no way to edit weapon groups here, is there? Software, weapons, consumables, crew. Turret groups. What? That's what we're already on. Okay. Yeah, engine groups is its own thing. Software. Police scanner. I'm gonna put that on there. Oh, wait. No, we want a police scanner. We want to be able to know if they're coming for us. I don't know if we need that or not. We'll go ahead and put the best on this thing. Here comes software. Consumables. Whoa, okay, wait, we need dumbfire rockets, don't we? So let's just give the max amount. We also want heavy dumbfires. Oh, we can only hold that much. Oh, okay, never mind. So let's do about half. So the small ones we'll do 416. Dump the rest into here. Drones, I don't know if we can even deploy drones. Laser tower, friend or foe mine, tracker mine, flares. We'll take all the flares, you never know. Couple of satellites, why not? We'll take like 30 satellites. I don't know what those do. Advanced satellites, we'll take 30 of those as well. Repair drones. She probably would have more defense drones, so we'll just crank these up to 5. And we'll go 5 repair drones. Nav beacon, let's crank that up to like 95. I don't know what resource probe is, but we are a pirate, so there we go, 95. Alright, that's all set up. Crew! We want a military crew, right? Yeah, we want Argon military crew elite, just for this. All 41, yep. Alright, so we at least have that set up. Thrusters are still not set up. We want all around MK3s. Alright, let's go back to setting this up then. Alright, for now, let's just go with the plan. 2 there for that, flak. We'll go shield K, MK2. Shield here, shield MK2. Oh wow, we need 3 of these, okay. Down there. This is only 1 medium turret, so we'll make this a bolt. Go shield MK2. Up here, we're gonna go flak. Both of them. Shield MK2. This is the front? No, this is still the side. So flak. Both. Shield MK2. You didn't get one either. Shield MK2. Make sure we are fully outfitted. This is only one medium turret, so bolt. Shield MK2. Bolt. Shield MK2. Yeah, that's got that. It's got MK2. Yeah, okay. So we are fully outfitted. As far as that's concerned. We'll go with that. That seems good. Everything else is good. Let's confirm that. That's our starting vessel. I don't know what use spacesuit means. Oh, okay. Oh, frick! It changed it! Oh, you game. Damn you game. Oh, we're gonna have to re-outfit all that shit. Damn it. That is absolutely annoying. That is absolutely annoying. Let's go ahead and get the stuff that's red out of the way. Damn it. Oi, 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 oi. That's what you call annoying. That's what that is. Dumbfire. MK2. I gotta do this all over again. Flak. Both. MK2. MK2. This is the one. Dumbfire. MK2. MK2. Flak. Both. MK2. Almost done. Flak. Both. MK2. MK2. It's on the front. Bolt. MK2. Phoenix main batteries. Bolt. MK2. Bolt. MK2. Okay. Now I go back to the consumables again. That's where it kind of sucks. So we want about 200, 300 of those. Hold on, dial you back a little bit. About like that, that's good. Oh, those are MK1s. Oh, hold on, whoopsies. MK2s. Cargo drone, repair drone, so once again, 5. Okay. I'm just gonna go advanced satellites all the way, like 125, something like that. Go. Nav beacon, we want like that's the max. So let's go 75. Let's turn this down a little bit. It's like 95. Okay. So be 155. Let's go 95 nav beacons as well. Resource probe, that allows 60 resource probes. We're not going to do anything else, so that's fine. I don't know if resource probes are more important. Let's dial this back to 75. And that goes up to 80. That sounds good. Max amount of flares. Alright, that's that. Now we want... yeah, Argon Military Elite. Military Crew Elite, People 41. Software. Docking computer MK2. Long range scanner software. Police scanner. Might as well go all the way in this time. Trading computer extension MK1. Alright, let's confirm that again. Not be an idiot and change it this time, so don't click spacesuit self. Property. I can add a station, but we can add a fleet, so let's do that. Oh, wow. Is this one ship? Let's add some mediums. Want some gunboats. Want some minotaurs. It's a scavenger. It's just a lesser minotaur. No, I don't want that. I want scavenger vanguard. Let's have two of these. So this is, we're gonna make these like our rip and tears. Bolt repeater MK2. Yeah, look at that minigun. That's what I want. MK2 repeater. Then over here we're gonna want bolts in the front, flax in the back. Flax. There's no MK1s. Flack. Oh, that's the wrong one. Bolt. And we want this to be flack. And this is gonna have an MK2. MK2. Ooh, combat? This is a gunboat. We're gonna want combat. So combat MK3. Yeah, the rest are just different species. Alright, so now we want to go to thrusters. We want combat MK3s. Let's go crew. Oh, wow. We want an Argon captain. Holy crap. Alright, we want our crew to be Argon military elites. So what's the highest this can go? 15. Is that, wait, what? Wait a minute, are these actually being filled? Do we actually have members for this? No repair drones, huh? You're gonna need an auxiliary to repair your ship if your engines get knocked out. Wait, I didn't put no repair drones? I could have sworn I did. 5 defense drones, 5 repair drones. Pretty sure I did. Also, question, is this actually getting filled, maxing these out to 15? Is this actually what it's going to have on board? Or is it only based on the 9 crew here? Oh, it actually is? So we actually do have 15 each. Well, we're cheating then anyways right now, so that's fine. Completely fine that we're cheating in that way. So software, let's give it all the best stuff. Like I said, we're going pretty hard on this. Okay. Which I don't really need a trading computer on you, just targeting. And docking. Okay, consumables. It has no rockets. So we don't need anything like that. We should give it some mines, possibly? I'm gonna give it some tracker mines. About 25. No. $25. I really don't need it to do anything else. Max out the flares. Nav beacons, I guess. Do about 25 of those as well. And I don't know what some of these do. These are just me learning the rest. So advanced satellites. Let's go that. Sure. Crew's already done. I think that's everything. So confirm. You can make additional changes in the Objects Expand Options button. Oh wow. We can name it. I'm just gonna name it the Bull and the Horns just for right now. The Bull is this one. I guess Argon Prime. Oh, we can just call them the Bulls. One of the Bulls. We can have more than one, so let's do two of these. That's cool that they allow that. That makes that so much simpler. Subordinates? What's a subordinate mean in this game? Cheating is spawning yourself with 50 max to core Asgard battleships with hundreds of cheapest Imperial fighters freaking cheating. Cheating gas missiles that outrange your AA. Nice. So what does the subordinate button do? Does that add like a ship that will follow it? Like it commands that ship instead of me? Is that how that works? If I wanted to give it like some frigates or some corvettes to defend them? There's a lot to this game. That's why tonight's just a first look. This is me playing around, slowly learning that, oh my god, is this at where we start? It is. Well, we'll start there for now. Subordinates, aka fleet group. So, okay. Yeah, but see, okay, but that could mean a couple of things. That's why I need some specifics. So, do you mean like fleet group, like when I select that fleet group, it commands everything attached to this group? Like if I add a subordinate ship that's a corvette, when I command both these Minotaurs, they'll also be commanded? See, you know, to me, it's when I hear subordinate, that sounds like the AI commands these ships while I command these two ships. Like, I command the two Minotaurs, the two Bulls, but the Bulls command the whatever corvettes I put under it. So, yes, to the first thing I assume. To that, it means it controls those ships in it, too. Okay. So if I add another fleet, this is a completely different battle group than I assume. Like if I add a carrier, we're only going to do one. Let's do, is it Colossus? Yeah, Colossus. Let's go with, do we have MK2s or anything like that? No, so MK1 travel, shield, both. This one needs to be all around MK3s. Because I assume that's what this means now. So this is our carrier, so this needs to defend its fighters. I think, where does the ships come out? I assume they come out from right here. This looks like the carrier launch bay. So we're going to want our flax in here. So it defends the exit and entry of our, what's it called? This is just an assumption of a build, a future build, so. Flax, stat. K2. Flak. I've got this selected. K2. K2. Flak. K2. There's two shields on this one, so this is a rocket is what this is. It's a large rocket, so as always we want our Actually, do we want tracking? We actually might want tracking on this one and be the first tracking missile vessel for her. Yeah, do tracking, because that would make sense against fighters, and it'd also be able to hurt other bigger vessels. To a certain extent, at least a little bit. But I'd rather have tracking, since we might have to deal with medium to small sized vessels attacking us that are harder to hit. Dumbfire might miss too much. So tracking large, just one. Shield MK2, 2 of them. Oh, nope, that one. That one. This is where our bolt guns are gonna be. It's on the back side of the ship for this. Bolts. 2 bolts. Okay, 2. There's a big boy shield down here. Argon. Bolts. Okay, 2. Okay, guns are set. It has no main weaponry, so we don't have to worry about that. Software, of course we wanted that. Police scanner. Now this one will have cargo space technically, so we are going to do a trading one on that one as well. Consumables. We want tracking. See, I don't know which one of these is which. How do we tell what the gun fires? Does it say? Can fire up to 420 missiles. Doesn't say. It doesn't say what this kind of which type of missiles this uses. Heat seekers sound like guided and heat seekers. I assume swarm as well. But what about smart missiles? That's the thing. I don't know. Maybe it only lets me see the ones. Maybe okay. No, you know what it is? It only lets you see the ones that are available. So what we want. This is a large. So I assume it's heavy. So let's go with some heavies. Just in case they have to shoot some big ships. We'll say about 125. We're gonna want some heavy heat seekers. Say another 125. We'll add more as we go, depending on which one I think we're going to need more. See, I don't know. Well, we need all the heavy types because I don't know which is which. So also around 125. We're not going to have enough for all of this. And then heavy swarm missiles. So at least 45. Let's turn the smart missiles down to 100. That leaves us 70. So let's turn down to 95. That's up to 75. We're trying to get these to meet in the middle. I can't remember what half of this is. 85. Yep, 85. That's what I thought. So that gives us that. Drones. We're gonna definitely want repair drones on you. I want more repair drones than defense drones than anything. So we're gonna go half and half on you. 10 and 10. Actually, 8 repair drones. Rest go into defense drones. Oh wait, we need some cargo drones. Hold on. Wait a minute. So 8 defense drones, 8 repair drones, and the rest is cargo drones. 4 cargo drones. Advanced satellites. Say 95. Nav beacons. We'll go to 100. Resource probe. You're also kind of doing this, so we're on 100. How many we got left after this? We've got 295. It's about 125. All the flares. What, I don't know what a friend or foe mine is. I don't know what that does. Does it tell the difference between a friend or foe? We kind of want that if that's the case for a carrier. So let's dump some of these in here and see what these are. The 155. Let's dial that down to 125. And then, because I don't know what these are, let's just get some random laser towers. So that's consumables, crew. We want Argon, whoop, nope. Argon military elite for this, maxed out. We're gonna max out all the crews, because we are cheating on this playthrough. We're on purposely just trying to see what the game feels like, so everything. Okay. That should be good. Okay, let's confirm you. We have like 40 million worth of credits of ship right there. You, I want to actually add some subordinates to. I'm also going to call you Ares. Just so we know this is our carrier. For now. Ares. Argon Prime, we only want one. We do want to add a subordinate ship. We want it to be... Is the Corvette medium or small? Medium. No, but we already have Corvettes, technically. So we're going to want a large. That's... Right? Or did we do a... We're a destroyer. So we're going to want another destroyer defending our carrier. We're going to want... Actually, no. Maybe we want smalls with this. Can't they dock with it? Isn't that how that works? So we're going to want a heavy fighter, a bomber, and something else, right? I don't know how that... Wait a minute. Question. Does the carrier deploy its own ships? Or do you need ships to put in it? Like, do I need subordinate ships that are in the carrier? So mediums and smalls can dock, so I assume that means I have to supply it with fighters. Wonder how many it can carry. Let me quickly look at that real quick. Does it tell me? Is that what it is right there? No, that's deployables. Missiles, crew. Ah! So 8 small docks, 4 medium docks. So that's how many docks can get in. Okay, so, but that doesn't mean that that's how many it holds. That's how many can get in at once. It can have 40 small ships, 10 mediums. We're not going to worry about the mediums. I just want to put some smalls in here. So we can have 40 smalls. So we're going to want 10, 10, and 10. Depending on... So what type of fighters do we have? So we have heavy fighter, fighter, scout, heavy fighter, no bombers? So heavy fighters must be the bombers. So the heavy fighters are going to be the Ares. Alright, let's go with thrusters all around MK3. Oh no, combat MK3. Easy peasies. Engines. Combat MK3. Alright, let's start setting this up. Oh yeah, you can definitely tell she's a forward fighter. Okay. So we want her to have... Ooh, a blast mortar? Well, this is... Wait, we have to remember, this is our bomber, right? Unless we create 2 different variants of the Ares, which we could. What's the other one look like? So this is the Ares Heavy Fighter. It'd be the Eclipse Vanguard Heavy Fighter. Oh, but that looks more orky. Oh, we have to do this. Ares is cooler sounding because, you know, Ares, I mean, she's, you know, god of war, goddess of war. But that's almost too fancy for my ship. So, Buzzard. Yeah, it's going to be the Buzzard and the... where to go? The Eclipse. There are no other heavy. Oh, nope, there are some down here. Where'd they go? So, Pulsar. Okay. Quasar. That's the one you start with in the tutorial. So we could give it Quasars. They look kind of cool. So do I go Quasar or do I go... Those are the only heavy fighters besides those? Yeah. So Quasar or Eclipse? What do you think, Jack? Quasar or Eclipse for the heavy fighter? For the bomber? You can press cheat the most expensive, you can preset cheat the most expensive and advanced gear there is. Wait, what? Oh, highest preset. Oh. What did it arm it with? Mass drivers? Those are a thing? We can get railguns? Is there an Argonan mass driver? There's not. There's an Ion Blaster Argonan. So Argonans might be too laser oriented. So that would make sense because that would be the Guardian version of Argonan for humans. So let's go, yeah, let's go mass drive. So we'll make this one the wait, is a mass drive, what's the fire rate versus when I need something fast? Bolt repeater MK2. So sustained weapon damage output 603. So that's faster firing rate. So what's the overall damage though versus a mass driver? Mass driver is 571. Is that an MK2? It is. Nothing else really changes. So that's... I assume... I wish you could read more about the types of weapons that these are. Because why... Like, I can tell the symbol's different. Wait, are they? Or are they the same type? No, they're definitely different. So this is probably semi-automatic. I don't know if this would be better at fighting on small ships or big ships. Probably big ships. That's true. The Ziz Battleship mod is good if I don't want DLC, but I'm going to get the DLC either way. It's fine. I do love this game. It's just going to take us a while to truly get a series going on it. But I'm fine with that. What the hell's a Muon Charger? Jesus, look at the damage on that. Is that a... It's got to be an energy weapon or something. I wish it told me. A lot of this is going to be trial and error, so we're going to just let it choose. We're going to go mass driver on that version. And just let it have the best of the best. Software, did it automatically did that too. Consumables, it did not do that. I don't think we need much of these though. I think we're going to just ignore that. Of course, flares, yeah, it automatically did that. Crew, automatically did that. Didn't do boarding. I definitely want piloting at max and morale at max for these fighters. Management at max. Do these guys actually repair their own vehicles, even in the small ones? I assume they do. We do not care about boarding with these. These are not for that. Plus there's not enough crew. We'd need something with a bigger crew for boarding. I'd have to see if there's probably a transport type vessel. That's a light, small vessel that carries a bunch of people. That we could put in the carrier, but we're not gonna worry about that either right now. So that, we're gonna set that. That seems good. Okay. So we'll set that, leave that as what it chose. So we can now go in here and set these. These will be called, we're just gonna make a random name. These will be called, these are the ones with the mass drivers on them. So these are gonna be picking off and sniping medium vessels at best. I'm trying to get rid of their guns. So these are like scavengers. So we're gonna call these harpies. Harpies. We're gonna want 40, right? So 10, 10, and 10. So 10 of these. Add another subordinate. We're gonna do this as fast as possible. We're gonna just do preset and then change the guns. Is all we're gonna do. So that was for the Eclipse. Let's do one for the... Where did it go? Do I want Pulsar or Quasar? Pulsar looks more like a bomber. Does it have more guns? So this has 2, 4, 6 guns versus Quasar, who has only 4. So Quasar should be our actual like fighter to fighter. So let's do that first. So preset, where's the preset button again? So highest preset. We're gonna change the mass drivers. Where is it? Weapon groups. We're gonna change these to bolt repeaters. Bolt repeater. Is there a flak gun on these little dudes? There's blast mortars, which those are probably flak. So let's change those to blast mortars. Make sure these are MK2s. Yep. This should be a blast mortar. Okay. Good. Let me check the engines. Good. Thrusters. And nope. That definitely needs to be combat. Glad I checked that. The bombers can be all around. And so can the scavengers. I'll have to go check theirs. Actually, no, I'll need to put scavengers on combat as well. But bombers can stay all around. Shield generators at its best, like it should. Consumables, just flares. That's fine. Don't know if mines would be. Actually, maybe some tracking mines. Let's give you a bunch of tracking mines. Does that make sense? Drop them behind you as you're being chased, possibly. Elite crew, we're going to want, once again, piloting, morale, management, engineering. Alright. Consumables. Alright, let's go confirm that. Now we want to name these. These are the Valkyrie. Because they're going to be fighting the other. I'm going to spell this wrong because I can't remember how to spell it right now. Valkyrie, I think. Something like that. Valkyrie, we want 10 of these as well. Actually, let's make more of those. So these are the Harpies, these are the medium killers. Let's make these down to 8. That up to 12. We're going to want one more and then we'll start. I think that'll be all we do for tonight, showing this off, is get it starting up and checking out how the fleet kind of behaves and how it feels real quick. We'll make a save so we can use this test save as kind of a way of looking at things. So we did that. Now we want the Pulsar, and it's going to be our bomber. So we definitely want... Wait, do we want travel for this then? We want them to go real fast, right? I assume travel means forward speed. Let's see. It's 279 versus 292. Well, maybe not. Oh, nope, yep, nope, nope, wait. Travel speed is higher. But that's in travel mode, right? That's not... You know what, actually, maybe, because they'd have to travel quickly over there and then shoot, possibly. Depends on how far the target is. I assume the AI switches back and forth automatically. So we're gonna go travel. MK3. And we're gonna go... What does this change it to? Strafing. Yeah, we want all around, because we want... Yaw is better there. Pitch is better there, and roll is better there. We want yaw to be better. So all around. Oh, I forgot to do this. Hold on. Do that first. All around. Now go back to engines real quick. Set it back to travel. Now let's go through and set these. I do want some sort of cannons on these too. To kind of be able to like shoot and fire rockets. We're gonna want dumbfire launchers here. Here we're gonna want something that is shard battery? That looks like a shotgun though. Maybe the mass drivers. Maybe we still want mass drivers. I don't know what the muon charger is. Maybe we'll play it as she stole muon chargers. Let's try that. Let's see what these look like. We want MK2s. So what is a muon charger? These things have a ridiculous amount of damage. What the hell? Wait, why are these all so high? Wow, what the hell? Really? Oh, wow. Okay, well, the muon charger does seem to be the heaviest hitting thing. Yeah. Besides more rockets, what about a torpedo launcher? 2.5, 2.4. I'll go 2.4. We'll go muon charger. Just see what these are. Charger MK2. We probably, like I said, we might not get to see all this tonight. Muon charger. That should be good. Software, got the best software. Now we gotta go give it missile types. There's only 24. Okay, so we gotta decide what would be the best in this situation. Oh no, there's only cluster or dumbfire. So we're gonna want, we'll say 14 of these. And 10 of those. Okay. Crew set to that. We want you. Okay. That should be good. Confirm. These are called... Travel mode helps them catch up with the fleet when everyone is retreating. Yeah, but you also do it to get close to targets when you're not in autopilot mode. The way the game works is with the smaller ships, they have to enter into what's basically a gravity well of the medium and large ships. So when they're outside of the gravity well, they actually do kind of move kind of slow towards their target. So I actually do think the AI, even moving between targets, will temporarily turn that on. So I think travel engines will be better for the bombers, because they need to get in there, bomb, and get back out. And like basically high speed tail back to their command ship. In theory. What should we call this one? We'll call these the Spartans. Spartans. We'll call these Spartans. And that's all I'm really going to give them. I'm not going to give them a boarding ship right now. I think this is good enough. I don't want to get too heavily into this with that. Like, we're doing good. We've got our, let's just minimize real quick. So that's the Ares, right? Yeah, and this is the Bulls. The only subordinate I want to add to the Bulls is some sort of auxiliary. Not large. Medium? Oh, there's the transporter. So it's a medium. Freaking tug. Freaking tug. Literally a tug. That's cool looking, but that's not. So what about transporter? Vulture transport? Is that what we would use? Oh yeah. Oh, that looks cool. So this, you'd have to protect them, but yeah. So how much cruise does this get? 14. It gets 20 missiles? Really? People, 8 countermeasures. Okay. So it has to be a large auxiliary, I assume. Or is it extra large? So the auxiliaries are only the extra larges. So we would have to add another destroyer. It's basically our nuke destroyer. I'm not going to worry about all that. Cancel. We're good there. I'm just going to leave it at that. We've got our what's called. So I'm not going to add a station right now. I think we're good there. So that's our property done. Universe. I don't have a seed. We're going to start in Argon Prime where our fleet is. Enable ring highway. Okay. Known sectors, Argon Prime. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm not going to mess with all that. Faction relations. Wow, we can... Whoa! So automatically right now, the Duke Buccaneers don't like us. Is this pirates? Which one of these are... I know this is robots. Which one of these are the pirates? Is this the pirates? Duke Buccaneers? I want this to be higher. Also, try to take advantage of three-dimensional warfare in space. Look for blind spots in large ships besides the Imperial Death Donuts with rods. But are the Buccaneers the pirates? Are they? I don't know who's the pirates are. They could be the CAC. I don't know any of these factions, so I haven't played yet. I wanted to save this for the stream, is why. Which is 9:28. We gotta get going if we're gonna show at least a little bit of gameplay. I might just leave these as is and then just mess with it next time. They could be Buccaneers. I mean, that is what pirates are usually called, Buccaneers, and people of the sea. But you know what? We're gonna make these guys like us just because I like their name. Now they like us. Who would not like me? We're gonna leave that because I start here. I don't want to be shot at as soon as I spawn. Leave that normal. That's neutral for now because that's where she comes from. Alright, the Holy Order of Pontifex is not gonna like me. We're trading 1 for 1. Ministry of Finance would probably love me as a pirate, especially if I'm helping them. Scale plate plaque pact with the Teledia community. I could make the robots like her. They wouldn't, not in the story that I'm doing, but that's still funny. Alright. We're just gonna go with that. The Buccaneers love us now. We're just gonna go with that. The Kaak hate us and the Xenon hate us. Let's just start this and see what happens. See if this game breaks entirely. Yoda? Try not do, or do not. There is no try. There's freaking Yoda in here. I don't have a... That was weird. I do not have a Star Wars mod enabled. Why is Yoda in here even without a Star Wars mod? What are you doing here, Yoda? Holy badooties. Alright, I have no idea what I'm doing. To learn about missions and other activities, open the tutorials and help menu with H to select a tutorial. Oh, wow, okay. That's new. Joysticks, gamepad mapping, ship modes, mission management, item deployment, platform tutorial, spacesuit, map, station, crew management. Oh boy, hold on. Assigning crew and pilots to ships. Oh, it'll actually start a tutorial. We don't want to do all that right now. We don't have time for all that. I know how to get to it now, though. Okay, so... I've now got to remember what button was the freaking... Oh, it's F2, right. Hold on. I should have made this a different button. I want to look around my ship real quick. Hold on. This is the problem with this, is how do I turn the camera, chat? Do you know what button turns the camera? The tutorial actually never taught me this. It teaches you how to zoom in and out in third person, but it actually doesn't teach you anything else. Like, that rotates my ship. Sure. Okay. I do see the fleet somewhat around me. Where the hell is my carrier? It's probably behind me. Yeah, I am using a controller, but I don't know what button rotates the bloody... Like, I could rotate the ship and look manually. I don't want to run into one of them. Is this going to run into you? Yeah, it was close. Where's the rest of my fleet? Wait a minute, what? Oh, that's gonna hit it. That's gonna hit it. That's gonna hit it. Is that her? That's her over there, isn't it? Boy, yeah, this is gonna take some getting used to. So this is the thing, it doesn't tell you a lot of stuff. You would think right-click and drag in most games would be move camera, but not in this game. I do think they were a bit... Oh, sorry, bud. I do think they were a bit over-redundant in some of the control schemes. That's why it's going to take me so long to get this game truly moving. Oh, okay. Well, I fired. Hopefully that don't hit anything. I mean, I don't have plasmas on this. Why did that fire plasmas? Oh, crap. Well, that's going to hit the station. I don't know. There's no camera rotation, just switch camera to the side angle. I don't remember what button that is. I think it's F3. Nope, it's not F3. I don't remember what button that one was. Okay, that made the camera stationary. But you still can't rotate the camera. That is the silliest thing. That is the weirdest. Is it Q and E? No, that's rotate. That's right. That is the silliest thing. Z? Okay. Yeah, that is the silliest thing. F2 is the stationary one. That one turns into that, I guess. But geez, that's like, I still can't rotate it. Like, how would you see what you're doing? Let's say you wanted to do this so you could see what side you're firing your guns. It's like, what? They made that so weird. Yeah, left click drag does that. It makes you turn your ship. So strange that they chose that. WASD doesn't turn it either. So strange. Oh, didn't mean the move. Didn't mean the move. Yeah. I use it to look at my ships. I mean, you can look at the side and the back of it. And if you turn the ship around, you can see the front. But it's like, God. That seemed kind of strange they did it that way. Let's turn it, though. Let's turn it and look at our beautiful little... What's it called? Our Spear of Doom. This is our ship. So are bolt guns the blue gun? The green gun? Because I don't feel like my bolt guns are firing. Let's go back to group 1 so I can see, or camera 1 so I can see inside my ship. Also, I'm going to stand up here in a second and walk around on the inside and see how that looks. Yeah, I don't understand weapon firing. Is my AI fire most of it? There's so much to this game I don't get. This is such a hard game. Let me get up for a second. So I do have crew. Do you guys fire the other guns? Is that why I only have 2 guns in the front? And also, I guess the main batteries are the guns I'm firing. I don't know how you make me control the other guns. What is this? Anyways. This is navigational console. What are you? Engineer. Oh. Hi. So that's engineering. Flight controls. Gunnery? Ah, is it? Hold on. What does this do? This menu does nothing. Deploy civilian. Flight assist, dock permission, deploy military. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. Can we walk around the other parts of the ship? The higher the crew level, the more accurate the guns become. So how do I... Oh, okay, so this is how I... Oh, wow. So we have a brig on board, we have crew quarters, we have bridge, we have docking area for the ship, so we do have a docking area. Let's go look at that. So we technically could have added looks like 2 fighters. We are a large, right? So maybe some mediums could have fit in here. We could have put some, like a single, maybe 2 mediums to launch from here, I assume. Maybe we should have had the mediums inside of us. Kind of like Battlestar Galactica style. Oh hi. This is cool though. I love the detail of this game. By the way, just to let anyone know, we definitely won't be getting to check out all of this tonight. Display ship options. Request ship from internal storage. So we can load a certain amount and then they load them up here and then they can launch them, I assume. Okay. Transporter room. Take me to the crew quarters. Another transporter. Oh, hi.
Hello there.
Oh, you're like... Well, you're a Marine. Hi. I don't remember if I put my boarding skills on max on my own ship, actually. Now that I think about it. Don't know if I have 15 Marines like I should. If that's how many you're supposed to have. So, back to... Let's check out the brig now. That is by the way, a very genius way as a developer to hide a loading screen. That basically the world is being rendered while you're on the transporter. Oh, no one manning the brig. That's helpful. Oh, what? Ah. Is there a desk to manage prisoners? That was me. No, so you must have to bring them down here manually, or they're always just here. What? Hold on a second. That's not good. Back to the bridge. We under attack? Also, this orange really works. I love it. Can I talk to them? Oh wait, no, we do have another Marine up here. I thought that was about to say Liam Nielsen.
Can I help?
Give seminar. The hell? Fire? Back.
Ma'am.
Ma'am? Alrighty then. I am totally lost. Take command of ship. But yeah, is there any way to fire the guns myself? Like to be able to like basically let me do that. To, how should I put it? To essentially be able to be able to like switch to the different departments and fire each gun, or is it always going to be automated? Let us start moving real quick. Do y'all move on your own, or do I have to...
Minotaur, Vanguard.
Yeah, what do I do when I click on the Minotaur? Can I give it orders? I want to head over to my carrier. But first, let's figure out how to give orders. So how do I give you orders? It's automated? Oh, that's sad, but that's okay. That does kind of make it a little bit more boring to be a bigger ship, though, so that's kind of annoying. Is there a mod to change that? Because it's like, then why would you ever want to be a big ship? Because all you're going to do is be watching and driving. And I tried to get on the gun seat to see if it would let me take control of the guns and have someone else, you know, drive. But it didn't let me do that either. Like, I can understand if I have to get on the gun seat and do it, but that's a bit strange. I see. This is how you changed. Okay. Yeah, so the only weapons I can fire are the main batteries. That's kind of How do I give myself some guns? Missile defense. That's cool. You can do a lot of different stuff. Oh, wow. So yeah, we can actually set...
We will be scanning your inventory.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I'm not carrying anything that's illegal, I don't think, that I picked.
We've detected contraband.
Uh-oh. Us? Is that us?
We've detected contraband.
Have
Drop
you?
The cargo.
Ignore, we're gonna get in a fight. Oh my god! Okay, well,
Stop your attack.
I will admit that looked
Now
hilarious.
suffer the consequences.
Oh, the carrier's under attack. Full speed.
Channel open.
Reporting an attack against this station.
Acknowledged.
Has been updated.
We're gonna die, but you know what? I want this to end dramatically so we can learn. I'll have to learn more. Yeah, the guns do fire on their own. Whoa, this does look dope, though. I just wish I could rotate the camera.
Stop! Stay there. I'll make it quick.
Awaiting orders.
I don't know how to command ships either. Yeah, I know you're awaiting orders. How do I command you? What is this? What are these buttons? How do I tell them what to do? Fly that way.
You're really going to get it now.
I can take more than that.
We are losing. Well, at least our fighters are doing their jobs.
It's not smart.
I can't tell what's happening anymore. I'm just kind of shooting. Ramming speed, yo, Tip Cake, welcome, welcome, under attack. I don't know how to give you orders, sir. Resist.
Knowledge.
Stop firing.
That shot really didn't do much.
It's exciting looking, I'll admit that. I do like how cool it looks. I'm gonna have to learn how to rotate the camera. I'm gonna have to keep doing the tutorial until I figure out all the crazy mechanics of this. There's gotta be a way to rotate the camera so I can see what's around.
You're wrecking my shields.
Am I good? I hope I'm winning, I can't tell. Ugh. Oh, one of my mediums was destroyed. It just told me. We are killing the Argon Federation. This is the day she betrayed the Guardians.
much of a pilot, are you?
Wow, how dare you.
A bad situation.
We lost a Valkyrie. Another Valkyrie. It's not going well. We need to get down here and help him.
Stop firing!
I can't remember what my rotate buttons I made were. There we go. There's my rotate. I'm relearning even all on my own.
I won't let you get away with that. Might as well just eject. Should I be scared? Not to do better than that. There's plenty more where that came from.
Oh, our carrier's under heavy attack. We need to get over there. I think it's the last thing fighting. Whoa, something just hit me. Arnott is lucky he don't have a cradle of humanity because an Asgard would be under attack. The bulls. Escape.
Affirmative.
Get yourself out of that fight. Oh, not the bulls has been destroyed. No. I would admit, I think my carrier design was the best thing I did, apparently. Just by the pure fact, just by the pure fact that the carrier is still alive. And look how many allies I have on the map with all my fighters.
I think you might regret that. Stop your attack immediately. You will now suffer the consequences.
This is Sector Security. Comms channel open.
Reporting an attack against this station.
Acknowledged.
Criminal record has been updated.
Valkyrie, 2 Valkyries just went down. We're coming back. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna die, but we're at least killing them.
Damage is getting serious.
Did we kill them all? How do I take over the station? I'm gonna guard my carrier. Oh no, they're sending in the big boys.
Not good enough.
I wish I knew how to rotate camera, man. Unauthorized kill. How do I hit the station? Well, how do I talk to you?
Full part factory.
Is it deploy civilian? Dumbfire rocket attack capital ships. Bolt guns. Attack all fighters. All enemies. Flak will stay on defend. This bolt also needs attack all enemies. You can unarm your weapons as well if you don't want to shoot. No, we can actually create an organization. Wow. Oh my god, there's so much to this game. How do I manage fleets, though? How do I give orders to fleets? crashing into me? What just happened? I am. These are the people on board my ship. Wait, really? These are all my crew, isn't it? Some of these don't have pictures for some reason. Also, why do we have alien species on board an Argon vessel when I did Argon? Oh, right, because we are Argon, because there are no Terrans, right? Or no, Argon is human in this as well. It's confusing. Zoom out on your map and see fleet group? Okay, hold on. I don't know how to do any of that. You expect a lot of me when considering I have no idea what I'm doing. It looks like all my ships have redocked or behind me. Maybe they went and shot other things. This is why not having a camera rotation option in a game is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It's like, why is that not a thing? But this game is kind of old, so... Controls, right? Oh, excuse me. Oh, right click on target is interaction menu. Oh, well, at least I learned that. Steer up. We're looking for something to do with yeah, that's kind of silly. Okay, toggle travel mode, scan mode, long range mode, SATA mode. I wonder if SATA mode's the strategy mode. Open quick menu. Scan object, teleport object, player information, options menu. So this is, okay, yeah. So that's the silly, okay. This right here has got to be the silliest thing I've ever seen. So camera rotation is numpads. Why? 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 That is terrible. I'm gonna have to change that. It'll take too long to worry about it right now, but I am most definitely gonna have to change that before we try to start a playthrough. There's also probably a way to gain control of the other guns on the ship, but I don't know how to do that either. We're gonna have to do a lot more of the tutorials. They're so long, that's why I didn't get the chance to finish them. That's why we're doing this first. So, my final... I think the stuff that needs to be on my keyboard needs to be the stuff that just rotates my camera and stuff. Like, who the even uses numpad for rotation? Agreed, and I'm trying to figure out how would I make that right click and drag. It's like, that would be so much simpler. That is... I'm gonna have to play around with that. We could make it WASD. I could make it the same thing as my strafe button, but that can't work because if I do that, then it becomes impossible to strafe. Now, on a bigger ship, you wouldn't really need that, but I'm gonna have to really finagle with that. We might have to leave it at that for tonight anyways. It's 10:01. We sadly didn't get to show much. But now I've got to take my time and go through and kind of finagle the controls even more. This is an example of, and this once again is because of the... Oh, wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. I might have found a way to cheat that. Hold on. If I make this not middle mouse button and something else. Because my middle mouse button is backspace. I could make it shift and a button on the thing, so... Dang, my bladder's kicking in. I gotta pee. Hold on, everybody. Let's see. What button do I have? I don't have one right now. It's gonna have to require me to mess with that. So, shift left click. Let's try that. So we're gonna hold shift. No. Here's the problem. I gotta keep my mouse completely still. Damn it. That is so pain in the butt. It won't do it. Oh my god. Really? Gonna be a pain in my butt, aren't you? Okay. So, shift in... Why are you doing that? Alright, we're making you a completely different button then. You're gonna become the period button. Gonna be a pain in the butt, then you're gonna be good, then you're gonna get the period button. So let's see if that worked. I don't have it assigned to anything out here, but on my access. That didn't do anything. Yeah, that helped. Out completely. What?
Unknown object.
So that did absolutely jack crud. What? Oh, you're killing me, game. You're killing me right now. Yeah, this game has some huge control problems. It's a very fun game, but it's definitely got an issue with controls are way too damn complicated, and not as difficult complicated, just way over redundant. Way too many redundancies. Way too many. So what about if I do period and left click? See, how do I get two buttons? I don't want definitely doing that. We could. Well, that's not gonna work. But if I right click it, hold on. Ah, come on, mouse, stop moving. God dang it. The shift of the mouse. How did they ever think that was a good idea? I'm not fast enough. There we go. Yep, can't remap that. So I can't use that. Jesus. You fought Argon and almost won a skirmish over the police finding all your Dark Eldar Rule 34 in your cargo bay. I mean, I won. Even though that's not what I intended. So wait, hold on. Am I incorrect in thinking it might be doing this? Let's do that. Maybe it's because I have to hold it down and look around? This is so confusing. See, that does nothing. It doesn't even... Yeah. Huh. So I'm assuming what it's doing then... Nope, that didn't change that either. So, WASD. Nope. Okay. That's gonna take me actually mapping a bunch of buttons to move the camera. That's gonna be very annoying. That is gonna be very annoying. And I also don't know what button defaults something back to what it was. Shift just doesn't do anything. So that assigned button Shift and E, it won't even let you do that. Because what if I do Shift Z? Oh, it lets you do that. So I can't do Shift mouse click? Won't even let me do that for Shift either. It's kind of weird, it's not letting me. So Shift? Okay, come on now. Yeah, it doesn't let me do that. What about Shift backspace? Okay, come on now. Shift. Mouse is driving me insane. Why is the access a way to assign something? Come on. Come on. Come on. I gotta be faster. Well, it's just, god dang it. Oh my god. Yeah, you move it like a quarter fraction of an inch. This is way too problematic. This game may not be easily playable for me. There, finally, after, you know, a billion different versions of that. So Shift backspace. So does that work? Let's try that. It doesn't really change anything or move anything or do anything. So strange. Okay. Shift backspace that. Shift backspace move. Shift backspace right click grab. Nope. Craziness. Shift backspace that way. Nope. Shift backspace that way. Whatever that was trying to do. That's not it though. Alright. I'm gonna give up on that for now. I'm gonna have to figure that out on my own. Cause these aren't normal numpads, are they? No. I changed those. Alright, well let's save it for now, because this is our test. I'm gonna save this as a test playthrough. How do I name it? Save game name right there. We're gonna name this for now. We're also gonna be doing, it won't be tomorrow, but we're gonna be resuming our Braytonian vampire playthrough, but we're gonna specifically set it up as a certain character this time. Since we kind of played around with it last time before I lost that playthrough, this time it's gonna be truly the Crimson Knight. Can't use his other name because YouTube will not like that. So, gonna be doing a true Crimson Knight playthrough with that soon. At least that game's already ready to go. More than this is. This is why I didn't expect this to do much today. Argon Prime. We're gonna call this Test Red. Since this is for the Red Queen. What the hell? Why did that stop? Test. The hell? That was weird. It just decided not to type. Alright, test red. Saving game. Game successfully saved. Exactly, I can't call it that. So, we're gonna call it the series is gonna be called The Crimson Knight. But, alright, I guess I'll quit here. I'm gonna have to do a bunch of tutorials, because now I need to go through each of the individual tutorials, and I need to learn what controls are missing. And what needs to be assigned to something, and figure out how we're gonna rotate camera. It is gonna be a bit bullcruddy if I have to make my rotate camera a separate button. I just wish there was a way to, like, click and drag. But it doesn't seem to matter. So I don't know. Let me try one other little quick. See if this might do it, and if this don't work, then yeah, it's something that's... Hello? There we go. It's something that's out of my hands, at least that's, as far as that's concerned. This is more complicated than ATS was to get running again. So ironically, I'm just gonna let it do that. I want to see what happens if it's just mouse access X. Does that at least rotate the camera? So I know what the issue might be. Nope. 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 Nothing. Okay. So to make sure it's not interfering with other controls, I'm gonna put it on period for now, till I figure out what that button is. So hard to not move your mouse when it's like that. There we go. It's a period for now. I'll have to figure out the last. Standard view. External. Switch target to an external view of your current target. External static view. External view 2. Switch to a camera of external view of your ship. So, you know what? I wonder... Hold on. Is it that? Is it because of that? Is it because I'm on static? Am I that dumb? I am tired. I might be that dumb. Hold on. So if I hold period now... Oh, it's... Oh. There we go! Oh! We're gonna need a zoom in and out function, but... Oh! Yep, and I can pilot in this mode. Well, where'd my mouse go? Okay, that works. Now I just need... Okay, so I figured out that problem. I'll put that on the access controller somewhere on my mouse. Okay, we got that sorted away. I see what it's doing. It's because it only works in F2. Alright, well, we figured out that at least. I'll figure out the rest of my own time back into cockpit mode. Is that the same thing in here? It is. So that's also how I look around inside cockpit mode. You just let go and it goes back. Okay. Okay. I see why multiplayer wouldn't work in this game. Not because of the ships, more because of the station balancing. No, there is multiplayer. It's just not competitive. You can't have multiplayer in this game. There is I don't think there's competitive. Maybe James technically can have a rival faction in the same universe. As long as we're not near each other and we have agreements, I assume. Like, kind of like any multiplayer game, you want to kind of make sure that where the game has holes that can be exploited, you want to make sure you agree upon, hey, don't do that, that's kind of silly. You know, but you can have multiplayer in this game. This game does have multiplayer. Which I will try to get set up with James once I'm a little bit more stable and actually learning how to play this game. Because I also have to teach him how to play this game. I have to show James how to play it. He might have it easier because he has a straight up Xbox control. So some of the controls might just automatically be easier for him because he can just hold 2 buttons down since he's got more fingers than I have toes. So he probably won't have as hard a time setting everything up as I did. But as far as learning the game itself, I want to make sure I know how to kind of play it, to kind of give him a short version, so he's not sitting there waiting constantly, so. But that's why I don't know if it's competitive either. It's because there's custom stations in this game. Since James couldn't bring his station, most likely, as far as I know. Once again, I don't know. I don't know any of that yet. Don't know enough. Since there are custom stations you can design for your gameplay and for your faction, so you can make a station and then actually use that station as an asset for your property in this game. So if you make a station with a lot of guns, you can use it as a defense station for you to plop down somewhere. So so I do think that that's probably something to do with that, but I will know more about whether it's competitive and co-op or co-op only. I do know co-op's a thing. I can at least guarantee one thing to tell everyone, that the multiplayer for this game is co-op. It does definitely have co-op. Like, James can join my fleet, be a part of it with his own ship, and we can do things together. That part I know for sure he can do. It's just whether does the game allow competitive. Is there a way he can just shoot me and turn on me completely and my entire fleet shoots at him? Accidentally? If he accidentally shoots, that would be the most hilarious mistake he'll ever make in this game. And I think that'll be the first mistake that kills him. Is he's going to think that shooting stations in this game don't really do anything, like most games, to kind of keep players from getting themselves killed. Not in this game. You can hardcore accidentally do this right here and hit that station and piss them off, like I already did. They already hate me because we already started fighting them. But before you go, did you check out Borderlands? I did. It looks interesting. I'll admit, it looks cool as far as if you're gonna go only slapsticky, but I do feel like that movie's gonna have some troubles in some other areas. I do feel like they did a good job at, like, oh, we went with big names to kind of make this a big thing, but the writing is gonna kill it. What they forced the actors to do and kind of just made them be what they already are. The only one that really works is Claptrap. But that's because, ironically, the person they chose already is kind of like that in real life. So the Claptrap one, even with the voice being different, is actually really good. But everyone else kind of makes me a little bit nervous. Let's put it that way. Jack Black, beautiful. I love him as Claptrap. Absolutely best decision ever, actually, in this case. I just don't think the other characters are going to vibe very well. I just don't. I think they're going to end up screwed. And most of it's writing. You don't have to have the actor look like them or that. Just kind of have the actor actually behave like the character a little bit more. It is a little too Deadpool slapsticky. Like, it works for Deadpool. It's not going to work for Borderlands as well. Because I think they kind of see it as, oh, it's got this Borderlands feel, or this Deadpool kind of feel into the characters. It does, but the characters still have their own personalities and aren't going to act like something else. Like, as much as I love Kevin Hart as an actor, I just don't think he's a Roland unless he's got a serious bone in his body. And even if he does have serious acting skills, which I think he does, I think I've seen him in at least one or two things, small things, that he was a little more serious. But they didn't make him do that. Like, they didn't say, alright, we need you to be more serious than you're used to, Kevin. And he goes, and he'd probably be okay with that. I feel like maybe he gets tired of being the joke. You know what I mean? And maybe he gets tired of being everybody's running joke. So it'd be kind of cool to see him as a more serious character, but I think they wasted that. They could have done that for him as Roland. So, what about your resident moneymaker, tradesman carrier guy? I forgot. What's his name in there? I don't think he's in there. At least not yet. Marcus. That's his name, right? Marcus? I don't think they showed Marcus, if he's in there. Because the main goal of this movie is focusing on Lilith. Which is fine. That's probably the part that I'm okay with, because it's the easiest thing you could have chose. But there's no handsome Jack. Roland is a little too jokative because of what they had Kevin Hart do. Lilith is fine. She's neither totally Lilith, but not Lilith. I think that one was also a decent decision. I think that would be okay. They'll get away with that one pretty easily. I do think Roland is the Roland one, and a couple others just not being in there at all so far seems a bit silly. And the main bad guy is just, they better have Handsome Jack as a sequel. All I can say is if you're going to start with some no-name company man that's from the same company Handsome Jack is from, then you better make Handsome Jack be the guy that he leads to, right? Like, it better be this guy works for Handsome Jack secretly. Something like that. I do think there's going to be a lot of writing issue with this movie. The writing is going to kill it, if anything. It's going to be the writing. Everything else looks good, though. Like, the looks of it, the special effects, but once again, sometimes special effects are wasted money if you didn't focus on the actual story or what's focused in the world. So, we'll see. For people who's never played Borderlands whatsoever, they're not going to care. I will say that. Honestly, as far as if anyone watches this movie just as a post-apocalyptic comedy movie, yeah, they'll like it. It'll be a good movie in that fashion. But this is my qualm I have with a lot of things these days with Hollywood. You could have just made a slapstick, literally, you could have just made a slapstick post-apocalyptic movie that's not Borderlands. That's my issue with that is. Let me exit to, back to the main menu. But, yeah, you could have just had a post-apocalyptic comedy slapstick movie starring Jack Black, Kevin Hart, and all the others. So it does seem stupid that they chose an existing IP and they're still not even really following the IP totally to its measure. So, would be hard to find anyone other than the original voice actor for Handsome Jack. Yeah, but that's not the problem. I mean, they didn't do this. That's the thing. That's not an argument either. Because you know what's ironic about that argument? If you're going to go with that argument, his voice isn't the one people are going to get mad about. It's actually Jack Black's. Because technically Claptrap is the most known voice in all of Borderlands, more than Handsome Jack and anyone else. So technically Jack Black being Claptrap in its own way, violates that rule already. So you really don't have to worry about the voice actor being Handsome Jack. You just need to find an actor that kind of looks like Handsome Jack and can be insane. That's really all you need. You don't need him to sound like him, because none of these characters are going to sound like the characters we know. That's another issue with Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's voice, no offense to him, because I have a voice like this too, is way too light for Roland. He does not sound like Roland, not once. Not whatsoever. Even Lilith's voice actress. She's a good voice actress and a good actress. But she ain't Lilith. We can't. The argument for voice will never be valid here, because it's already being ignored. That's already going to get him in trouble, but you can get past that if the acting and the personalities work. Meaning the personalities do what they're going to do as a personality. Then you can get away with a lot of voice changing being wrong. Like a lot of the voices being wrong. But if they do both that way, it's going to fail. Like if the voices are wrong and the personalities are wrong, this movie, other than people who do not give a crud about Borderlands and are just literally, once again, watching it as a post-apocalyptic movie and not anything that's supposed to be an existing IP, you're gonna hate this movie. At least, if you know what Borderlands is. The only thing you're gonna like is that Jack Black has the personality of Claptrap, just not the voice. Even with them auto-tuning him. So, it's not so much the voice, it's the ego and the personality of Jack. I don't know, I think they could get that. There's plenty of people out there that have that ego and that kind of personality, trust me. That is not that hard. Trying to match someone's voice is harder than matching a personality, you believe it or not, in Hollywood. They could find somebody. Now, famous? I don't know. Like, could you get anyone famous? I've got someone in my mind who could do it. That I think would be an interesting Handsome Jack if you let him go off the rails. Which we all know who I'm thinking. He already plays a psycho in another slapstick movie who's a Marvel character. There's one actor in general that would have been the perfect Handsome Jack. And kind of looks like him, at least realistically. If you were to take facial looks, his chin is a little bit more broad than Jack's. Jack's got a really pointy chin. Jim Carrey's a good one too. I saw that. I'm struggling to think of someone, but I fear they go Jim Carrey. No, Jim Carrey's a good choice. I wouldn't mind him either, but no, you could just do Ryan Reynolds. Just get Ryan Reynolds to do it. Ryan Reynolds is already Handsome Jack, because Deadpool is already Handsome Jack. Because Deadpool and Handsome Jack have the same psychopathic behavior. They have the same, I don't give a hell. I'll make giant freaking ponies and call them butt stallions. Deadpool would do this. So you already have someone who literally is Handsome Jack. Ryan Reynolds. So why is he not a thing? This is why I blame most of this on writing and directing. This is a writing and directing fiasco already in the making. This movie isn't going to do as good as they're hoping. And they're not going to make any money off the video game market, really, hardly any. Anyways. Yeah, Reynolds would work, but here's the other thing, though, I think would be the problem with Reynolds and why there'd be an issue is the conflict with him being Deadpool, right? Would he even have time to be Handsome Jack? Because he's Deadpool? It's like, I think it would be more of a scheduling issue at that point. It's like, would he have the time and could they pay him enough? And still get away with Jack Black, Kevin Hart, and I forget the actress's name, my bad. I know her, she's an actress I watched, but I forgot her name. But I think Reynolds would be the best choice. Yeah, they could do deep fakes and stuff. They could do like 3D renderings and just have the voice actor play him. Like make a 3D realistic human model. They look pretty realistic enough nowadays that you could probably pass that off as a real person. But you're gonna be able to tell the difference, even with movie magic, when there's a real person that's actually being screened in or being added in versus a 3D model. There's actually been a lot of that comparison lately, showing when movies are doing both. But either way, I do think Reynolds would have been the best choice, at least if we're looking for famous actors, right? Or Jim Carrey as a backup. But, you know, we all know why that probably wouldn't happen. Looks like it's a fun movie though. Definitely gonna check it out for the Easter eggs and stuff. I don't know if I really want to spend money on this movie because I'm trying not to. As a fan of a lot of these IPs, I'm trying not to endorse these kinds of movies because these aren't real movies. These are movies taking an IP and making a completely different movie out of it, basically. So it's like, as much as I like just the funniness of it, and I would watch it for that, I wouldn't watch this movie probably until it came to like a Hulu or a Netflix that I already have. But if it comes out in theaters and stuff, oh, I'm definitely not gonna go see it. I'm not gonna spend a theater trip on that. Because they do need to realize, like, these IPs are not good ideas the way you're doing them. Like, if you're gonna put in this kind of work and money, how much all these actors and actresses cost, you really should have done a better job with your writers. Because that's another thing. Actors can't be good actors if their writers behind them are ruining their jobs. Even for big ones, like famous actors. If the writer behind the famous actor is a terrible writer, even a famous actor can't save that. So, even if they're good actors. Oh yeah, Blu-ray, even Blu-ray, I'll just watch it on one of my streaming services, whoever it ends up on. It's cheaper that way. Then I'm just paying the streaming service, and they get just a small percentage from the streaming service. But no, I'm not buying their Blu-ray either. Nah. Only Hulu, or whatever they end up on, and who knows what it'll be. Also, I love, by the way, it took us like 2 hours to create our fleet. We only played for 27 minutes to try to figure some stuff out. It's fantastic. Witcher show is a good example of what Ardnot just said. Yep. 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 It very much is. Writers are everything and everything. Like, people need to stop underchanging writers. That's something I'll say to I'm blue in the face, and that I represent pretty hard when I'm trying to, like, support certain things. Writers are the most underchanged, underappreciated, underutilized people in all of development. Not just movies, either. We're talking about all of development. The only places most writers get any real take, especially good writers, is books. The original place. The place where writers, you know, hold the key to the world, basically. But as far as like any other media outlet, it becomes like, well, we're just gonna, who cares? We'll just get a cheap writer who don't know hardly what anything about writing is and just deal with that. That's the worst place you could have cheaped out on. It really is. And we're gonna learn that the hard way, I hope, at some point. Because we are starting to have more and more flops because we're not focusing on writing and story building anymore. We're just throw it out there, it don't matter. But it's like, but that's, you know, either way. But alright guys, I'm gonna end it here for now. I gotta eat some food. It is already 10:30. I didn't want to make it this late, but things didn't work out how I totally planned. All these cheap writers ruining our shows. Yeah, agreed. But GG y'alls, like Tam King just said, I'm gonna leave it here because I gotta go eat, and then I'm gonna come back on this on my own. I might take a break tonight and fix this in the morning, because this game is pretty. I have to take it in strides because of how much is to this game. It is very overwhelming if you try to do it all at once. And I would recommend that to any X4 new player before I go. If you do enjoy X4 type games, and if you want to play the original one, this one, definitely take your time with it. Don't rush it. And don't be afraid to lose certain playthroughs, just like I said with Bannerlord, but it's easier than this is. But that being said, like, things like that, take your time with games like this, and don't let them bother you. Just, you don't figure it out right now, come back to it. Like, and take a break from it and do it later, and you'll start to enjoy it the more you do it. And don't let it get you flustered, or you'll start to lose your taste for games like this. They have a bad habit of that in games like this too, but that's just because they're meant to be complicated. Just wish there were a little bit better explanations on controls and tutorials. But yeah, I do recommend, if you are an X4 fan like I am, or any type of game like this, take your time with it. Make mistakes on purpose in some cases, so and you'll eventually have more and more fun with it. That's how I got so good at Bannerlord. I just started just doing stuff and seeing what happened. So, which once the controls are done and I get the control set up, that's probably my biggest issue. But this is something most of y'all won't have to experience, because most of y'all just are going to use keyboard and mouse anyways, or straight controller with a little bit of keyboard. Whereas my accessibility stuff I need makes this game a little bit of a pain to set up. But once it's set up, well, we will be in the phase of just trying stuff and see what happens. And if we die, we die. We win, we win. We take over Earth. We take over Earth. I am going to stall this until the 1st, though, before we really start getting back in this game. We might show our custom playthrough a couple more times before the 1st. But as far as starting an official playthrough for Genera as the Red Queen, the future Red Queen of Earth, we'll start that this coming month. So that way I can buy the DLCs I need, because I will have enough money for that, so, without hurting my money I gotta save for the van. So, we will do it that way. Well, Bayard, not gonna tell the idiot to prepare to steal the economy in your game. He has to be in it first. Plus, we'd all start from scratch. He wouldn't be able to just do it from the get-go. Plus, he wouldn't have any of the whatever mods he's running. He'd have to know what Vanilla's like again. So good luck to him on that. And see, he knows how to make the Giganaut production station that makes millions in trade and resources. Yeah, but you can't just make that. Like, you have to design it in the station designer. Which means I think I have to design it. Once again, those are the things I don't know about multiplayer. But we'll figure out. I don't want to go too much into it, but whether stations are only the host, like I would have to design the station for him to use it, or is it individual based? Do they bring their own stations to my world that they can build if they have enough money? I don't know. Because that means it would be character-based, and it's based on the character, and they bring their fleet. Kind of like No Man's Sky, in a way. It means that they would bring their fleet and everything that's associated with that character to my world. But it also might not work like that either, so who knows? But we'll have to see if it's host-based or character-based. But either way, even if we were starting over, he's not going to be allowed to bring a character that's maxed out into my world. He would have to start over like me and James. We'd all have to start from nothing and become our factions over time. Makes it more fun that way. That's if we do a Big Boy Galaxy playthrough. If it turns out there is a competitive aspect to this game, we will at some point down the road do a Galactic Conquest competitive between me and James, or me, James, and Darius. It depends on how it goes. And the things that may come. So, but who knows? It could just be a co-op game. It may not even allow us to compete at all, and we have to just help each other, which I'm fine with that too. So, then James can just help the Red Queen win. But anyways, I hope you all had a good one. And I hope everyone is doing good tonight. And I hope you enjoyed this stream. I know it was a bit of a weird one and a slow one. This was our first look at this game and how detailed and complicated this game really is. And kind of playing around with the sandbox. I'm going to change the episode name to 00 because this was a test. And we'll do episode 1 for the next one once I have my controls down pat. We want to test what a fleet moving around feels like. We are going to remake the fleet when we do that, though. So that way I can... Or wait, I saved it before I shot, right? Before the contraband happened? I'm pretty sure I saved it before the contraband was detected. So, we should be good that way, if that's the case. But I'll just drop the contraband when they tell me to next time. At least for the moment. Because I don't want to lose my 2 mediums that early. So. But. I didn't. I'm pretty sure I saved before the contraband thing happened. But if I didn't, I'll just restart. I'll know how to remake my fleet better next time too, so. But, alright everyone, I want to say thank you so much for joining tonight at this first look and test of X4. And the next episode will be a little bit more showing off of the gameplay and how things play in our little test playthrough. Big shout out to Mad Lad James as always. Check out his channel and show him some love too. And see what he's doing on his end. And big shout out to Tam King in chat as always. And my moderator Farseer. Making sure the plasma cells are filled and ready to go. And that we have enough bullets and rockets and bombs. But Terran ships are the best in my opinion, even though I hate them the most. I didn't see too many Terran ships. That might not make... They might... I don't know which one are the Terran ships. I can't tell the difference yet. I haven't played enough, so... Once I get more... The DLC for this is when we'll fully start the series and have all the access to what we need. I am thinking about also getting the DLC that opens up the Pirate Syndicate, or the Criminal Syndicate, the one it just said, the Vigor Syndicate, whatever it's called, the one that's purple and looks Slanesh, which I find ironic. I'll check out that and see if we want that too, but I know Cradle of Humanity I need. I need Cradle of Humanity to get the battleships unlocked. So we will at least get Cradle of Humanity for sure, for certain. So that way we have our... Because she's not going to be just in some destroyer. At first she will be as she grows up in the classes. But we all know we're giving the Red Queen a battleship. So... But anyways, Earth humans are Terrans. Argon humans are vanilla. Ah. So are Argon humans just a separated Terran faction? Are they like a human part of the human faction, or humans from Earth that just went their own way? Why are there 2 humans? That's strange. But anyways, Terrans are DLC humans from Great... Yeah, but why make 2 humans? That's what's confusing. What are the Argon then? What makes them different humans? Other than ships, obviously, and faction. What makes them, like... Why are they a thing? Are they separation from the original Terran Empire? Who knows? Separated due to a jump gate failure. Oh. Interesting. Okay. That's cool. So we want Terrans then. So to make this legit on what the story is supposed to be for her, I actually do need Cradle of Humanity then. Because that means I need the Terrans. Because that means we might actually have to be Terran. We'll see. I may make her Argon, like the one we've been going, and let Terran be Guardian Corps. That way we have a representation of the 2 different sides. Since she is leaving the Guardians and becoming her own thing, basically. So, stranded from Earth for decades. Ah, okay. So maybe we want Argon then, but we'll see. But I hope everyone has had a good one watching some X4. I will see you all tomorrow, most likely, because if I'm not mistaken, James's day off is tomorrow. So I will be seeing you tomorrow for most likely some more Motor Town behind the wheel as we check out Bussin'. We go bussing tomorrow. And then Monday will be we'll either be, not Monday, Tuesday is when we'll resume our Bannerlord series for the Crimson Knight. So, but I hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you so much. Wait, good all-arounders. Also, Darius lost Big Bob again. Tell him he's got to fight Terminators better than that. No, I'm just kidding. But I hope y'all enjoyed. Seriously, big shout out to you, Farsayer, as always. Terran ships are white. Oh, okay. Well, I think you also is... I don't think the color matters. The color's based on the player, like what I choose as my color for my ships. So that would end up being whatever color I choose. But their standardly white is kind of cool. Because that is Guardian, that is one of the Guardian core colors. It's white, black, purple, and teal blue. Technically. Not necessarily always in that order, but those are the main core colors. But that works out, though. To an AT mine! That sucks. Gotta watch out for AT mines, man. But anyways, peace and love to all y'all out there. Thank you so much for joining in tonight. I hope you enjoyed. And I wish you all the best. Seriously, thank you so much. And I will see you all for some bussing tomorrow. And peace and love, guys. See ya. Legion wants Big Bob dead. Bye. They do. They don't like Big Bob. But anyways, bye everyone. See y'all later. Bye.